Hello everybody, I'm Isabelle Fayolle and I'm a journalist. We're here in Paris at Leonard at Building Beyond. Welcome to this new episode. Today we are going to talk about the new skills in electric mobility. Welcome, Mathieu Aveline. We are really lucky to have you on the set. First, can you introduce Omexom in general?
Omexom is part of VINCI Energies. Omexom business units leverage their expertise in electricity to achieve the energy transition, working in the production, transport, distribution, and all the things that you use for electricity, including electric mobility. We call ourselves integrators, as we are on all the value chain and we provide turnkey solutions for our clients.
What are your areas of expertise in electric mobility?
So in electric mobility, we work mainly in charging infrastructures. We design, we assist the clients, we construct and install charging stations, we maintain them, and we operate, meaning handling anything from maintenance, management, even the financial part of the charger. We do it internally. That's our fields of expertise within charging infrastructure. Then we work on two kinds of market segments. One is the open to public chargers, so the one you use when you charge on the supermarket or on highways. And today there is approximately 200,000 open to public chargers in France. We didn't install them all, but a significant part of it. The other segment that we are present is the private networks for companies. Companies are electrifying their fleets, and with 1 car on 4 today, which is electric and going up, companies need more and more electric vehicles and chargers.
You are pioneers on this subject in France, and you say you need other players. Which ones?
Yeah, of course we need other players. For example, we upstream players. In order to make your car running, electric car running, you need energy producers. And then you need to transport and distribute the energy. Networks are one of the key success factors of deploying massive infrastructure in France. So we need those players and we need to interact with them to install and deploy our charging stations. Then, of course, there is our clients, the one who finance all this charging infrastructure, either open to public or private ones. Then, on the downstream part of the market, of course, there is the manufacturers, the things that you use, the charger itself, and the electric vehicles. And those big manufacturers are the ones that are driving the markets. They innovate a lot, they launch new projects every year, and we need to work with them very closely in that sector. And in between, we do all the rest.
Talking about the skills, what skills are now necessary, essential in your company?
The basic of our skills is, one of the basics of the skills within VINCI Energies and Omexom is the electric one. Means being able to put up quality and safe infrastructure. It's the basis. But then, talking about charging infrastructure, and as per a lot of things in our world today, it's not only an electric plug, it's an whole system, including software, communication, network. So it's something that is really connected and smart. And if you want to install and maintain efficiently that kind of infrastructure, you need other skills more related to IT, to network, to electronics. And this is something that is really the driver of our recruitment and training today, because we need our technician to be able to maintain the whole part of the infrastructure.
Mathieu, do you mean that the software becoming as important as electrical engineering? That's what you mean?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, now they use more software at first to use it for accessing the charger infrastructure, either when they're on the field or remotely. And then comes the screwdriver very after. Basically, they use that as their first tool to understand how it works.
So Mathieu, how do you train your teams inside your company for these new skills?
Well, it depends on the job. For example, the project manager. They are the one working with the clients directly. The clients, in a case, he needs to achieve his energy transition and buy electric cars for his employee. Usually, it thrives a lot of fear amongst the users and the employees, and they don't understand how it works, and they need to be assisted in that transition. And our project manager need to assist them to provide with the right advice, to be able to reply to their needs. And this is something that we need to train because they are very good at technical, and they need to be able to convince and to assist the client in this transition. So that's one point.
This is for project managers. Do you have other jobs?
Yeah, there's of course the technicians, the one for the maintenance of the charger, of the infrastructure. And as I said, it's really communicated in a smart infrastructure, so they need to be able to work on IT, electronics, the network, so they need to be trained on that. So we have specific training session of 2-3 days, at least once a year, and they do a lot of training with the manufacturers too. So actually, technicians, they are spending the most time in training, approximately, I think, 2 or 3 weeks a year.
Okay, this is for project managers. This is for technicians. Do you have another example of job in your company?
Yes, and maybe that's not a new job in the market, but at least in our company, because as we're working with charging infrastructure, we work also quite directly with the end users. So it's kind of like the B2B2C market, because our client is a company, but then you have its employee and its user for the charging infrastructure. And if there is a problem, they call us. And we need to be able to answer those problems, those issues that the drivers have. And that needs for us to bring up a new kind of job, which is a support service, a support team. And this support team need to be either trained technically because they need to answer those clients and be able to find a basic solution, but which is a bit technical, and also to assist them in finding that solution and to help them use the infrastructure. So that's basically a new job that we're putting up in our company, and we train people to do that.
What challenges do you face when you are recruiting new talents?
We face that finding someone with all that skills is very difficult. In the market, there is very few people that can have those skills and have already some experience on the market. So we first train internally, as I said, train them on IT, electronics, networks, because they have the basic in electricity. But sometimes we also take, for example, IT or people that were technicians in telecommunication, for example, or in IT business, and we take them and hire them and train them on the electrical parts. So we do a bit both. If we do need to recruit, we spend a lot of time recruiting and finding different kind of people.
Mathieu, what skills will be the most important in the next 5 years in electric mobility?
I think that 5 years from now, electric mobility won't be just a part of the subject. Electric mobility, even today, when you see the project of our clients, electric mobility, when they install charger, it very soon comes to be the first source of consumption of electricity in their buildings. Electric mobility is driving the change and the transition of energy in a broader network and in a broader part of just only the chargers. It changed the way people manage the energy in a building, works with different kind of equipments, and soon they will need, for example, some storage in their buildings. They will be able to do some, we say vehicle to grids, means that the vehicle will also bring electricity to the building. And of course, if they want to install solar panels, they will be able to produce themselves the electricity that will go in the car. I think in 5 years will be a project as a whole and not only the charger. So I think the job will evolve and to be able to cover all that parts. So it will be maybe even more difficult. We saw that it was already difficult to train people just on an electric infrastructure. But in 5 years, we'll need to work as a system, global system, including electric vehicles and chargers, but not only. And this is, I think, a game changer today for the energy transition of the building.
So Mathieu, you think the game changer are not specifically new skills, but being able to understand the whole environment?
Yes, the game changer will be to understand the whole environment of a client. I take an example, transports. Trucks are going electric too. And it involves a lot of power to charge trucks at the depot sites of the clients. And usually they didn't have that much power or needs. They only need to power the building. And now it's really changed and impact the way they will use energy. They think about getting storage. They will be able to store energy for the network. And so as a whole, this is an example of how it will dramatically change and drastically change the way clients use energy in a way that they didn't use before. And as Omexom, we need to be able in 5 years, and even starting now, to be able to answer that needs and provide solutions for that.
Thank you very much for your interview here, and very happy to have met you. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation.